Imagine a place where towering mountains plunge into crystal-clear oceans, creating landscapes so breathtaking they seem carved by the gods themselves. Where, on certain nights, the sky bursts into shades of green and violet with the northern lights, and on others the sun simply refuses to set. This place exists, and its name is Norway. Located in northern Europe, Norway is a nation that blends tradition and modernity in an almost enchanting way. With just over 5 million residents spread across a vast and stunning territory, the country is defined by fjords that cut through the land like rivers of melted ice. But don't be fooled. Despite its modest population, Norway is a powerhouse of influence, quality of life, and natural wonders. The history of this nation dates back to the Viking Age, when fearless seafarers controlled oceans and discovered remote territories more than 1,000 years ago. These warriors and traders left behind a cultural legacy that still shapes Norwegian identity today. Walking through coastal villages or visiting old museums, you can almost hear the echoes of past battles. But Norway isn't sustained only by memories. It is also a nation that looks toward the future with responsibility. A global leader in renewable energy, especially hydropower, the country shows that it is possible to grow economically without abandoning sustainability. This vision has made Norway a worldwide model of balance between progress and environmental conservation. And if nature is the main star, Norwegians have learned to coexist with it in a unique way. Whether in the harsh winter, with sub-zero temperatures that freeze entire fjords, or in the radiant summer when the midnight sun lights up the skies, Norwegians know how to make the most of every season. This intimate connection with nature shapes not only their lifestyle, but also the culture and mindset of the country. Among the most famous landscapes are Geiranger Fjord and Norway Fjord, both recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. These fjords are like living postcards where waterfalls plunge from towering cliffs and boats sail between massive walls of rock. No traveler leaves without being mesmerized by their grandeur. But Norway impresses not only with geography. The architecture of cities like Oslo and Bergen blends modernity with tradition, creating a unique charm. Oslo, the capital, is a vibrant metropolis filled with museums, art, and technology. Bergen, surrounded by mountains and fjords, preserves the historic atmosphere of medieval times. And of course, no mention of Norway is complete without the Northern Lights. This natural phenomenon is one of the country's biggest attractions. In the north, cities like Tromsø offer unforgettable nights where the sky becomes a stage for dancing lights. It's an experience that transcends words, a true encounter between the human and the cosmic. Beyond that, Norway offers unique everyday experiences, panoramic trains crossing awe-inspiring scenery, roads that seem to glide over the sea, and fishing villages preserving age-old traditions. Every corner hides a surprise, and every journey turns into an unforgettable memory. Norway is both an invitation to adventure and a haven of peace. It is the country where the Viking past meets a sustainable future, and where nature reveals all its strength and beauty. But this is just the beginning of our journey. Get ready, because in the next part, we'll dive even deeper into the secrets and curiosities of this amazing land. Did you know Norway is considered one of the happiest nations in the world? This is not just because of its stunning landscapes, but also due to a social system that prioritizes quality of life, education, and equality. Here, healthcare and education are accessible to all, and crime rates are among the lowest on the planet. It's as if Norway has discovered the formula for serenity. Another fascinating detail is the Norwegian relationship with winter. While many avoid the cold, Norwegians celebrate it. There's even a word, kosalig, meaning the joy of enjoying cozy moments during icy days. Picture homes lit by candles, fireplaces warming the air, and a sense of comfort that transforms darkness into something special. And speaking of winter, we cannot ignore the national sport, skiing. Norway is home to Olympic champions and everyday snow enthusiasts alike. Regardless of age, you'll see children, adults, and the elderly gliding down mountains as if it were second nature. For them, skiing is almost like riding a bike. But Norway shines in more than just sports. The country is also a leader in electric mobility. Oslo, for example, has one of the largest fleets of electric vehicles in the world. This demonstrates the Norwegian commitment to reducing pollution and preserving its untouched landscapes. Another curiosity is that in Norway, access to nature is considered a right for all. There is even a law, allemannsretten, which grants people the right to hike, camp, and explore natural areas, even on private property, as long as they respect the environment. It's as if freedom is part of the nation's DNA. And if you think Norway is all seriousness, think again. The country also has fun traditions like the annual firewood stacking competition, which brings entire villages together. These little quirks reveal a people who value both great achievements and life's simple pleasures. Norway is also a paradise for scenic drives. The Atlantic Road, for instance, seems to float above the sea, connecting small islands through breathtaking bridges. Trollstigen, or the Trolls Road, winds through steep mountains, offering jaw-dropping views. And speaking of trolls, these mythical creatures are deeply rooted in Norwegian folklore. Legend says they live hidden in forests and mountains, only coming out at night. This mystical tradition still shapes the national imagination. Troll statues and symbols are everywhere, delighting tourists and keeping old stories alive. Now I want to know from you. If you dream of traveling to Norway one day, comment the word Viking below. When I see your comment, I'll leave a little heart, because I know you'll be the first in your family to experience this incredible country. And since you commented, let's keep traveling. In the next part, we'll explore even more Norwegian secrets and learn how this nation became a global inspiration. Norway is a country where past and future walk hand in hand. Ancient Viking legends still echo through villages, while modern cities project the future with technology and sustainability. This duality makes Norway a unique destination. In the same day, you can explore historic ruins and then visit futuristic buildings in Oslo. The Vikings, once feared across the seas, are now celebrated as part of the national identity. Museums in Oslo preserve original ships that crossed frozen oceans more than 1,000 years ago. Standing before them, it's impossible not to imagine yourself on deck, feeling the wind and the courage that pushed an entire people toward the unknown. But it's not just museums that keep this heritage alive. Themed festivals across cities recreate Viking battles, allowing tourists and locals alike to relive the warrior spirit. It's like a journey through time, with Norway proudly honoring its past. Meanwhile, modernity thrives. Oslo, the capital, is a showcase of urban innovation. Its contemporary buildings, like the Oslo Opera House by the Fjord, symbolize how the country fuses art, architecture, and nature in perfect harmony. Every detail of the city seems designed to connect humans with their environment. Bergen, known as the gateway to the fjords, enchants visitors with its colorful wooden houses along the historic harbor. This city embodies Norwegian essence, culture, tradition, and direct contact with nature's grandeur. No wonder Bergen is one of the country's most visited destinations. And speaking of nature, nothing compares to witnessing the northern lights in the north. Tromsø is the starting point for adventurers chasing magical nights. Watching the sky turn into a spectacle of dancing lights is a memory that lasts forever. With every swirl of color, it feels as if Norway itself is speaking to you. But Norway also stands out in something essential: quality of life. The country consistently ranks at the top worldwide in education, healthcare, and safety. It's living proof that prosperity can coexist with social well-being. This mix of culture, nature, and innovation makes Norway not just a tourist destination, but also a global inspiration. Visitors leave with more than photos. They take home stories, reflections, and renewed dreams. And if you want to keep traveling the world with me, subscribe to the channel now. That way you won't miss any episodes and you'll always be the first to uncover each country's most fascinating secrets. The next destination might be the very place you've always dreamed of visiting. Click the subscribe button and join our community of explorers. Now get ready, because in the next part we'll wrap up our journey through Norway in grand style. Norway is nature's stage. Picture yourself sailing through a fjord at sunset, surrounded by colossal mountains reflecting golden light. Or hiking trails that lead to viewpoints like Trolltunga, where you feel as if you're standing on top of the world. Every landscape seems designed to awe and move you. And when night falls, the show goes on. With every swirl of color, it feels as if Norway itself is speaking to you. But Norway also stands out in something essential: quality of life. The country consistently ranks at the top worldwide in education, healthcare, and safety. Its living proof that prosperity can coexist with social well-being. In winter, the sky lights up with the aurora borealis, turning the horizon into shimmering curtains of light. In summer, the opposite happens. The midnight sun creates endless days, where time itself seems to vanish. In Norway, even the sky is extraordinary. Another treasure is the waterfalls, some of Europe's tallest, crashing down with astonishing force. They flow across the land like veins of pure water, connecting mountains, valleys, and villages. Each cascade is a reminder that Norway is constantly being shaped by the power of nature. But what truly makes Norway special is not only its landscapes, but how people connect with them. Norwegians don't see nature as something distant, but as part of everyday life. Whether fishing in the sea, walking in forests, or skiing down mountains, life here is a constant invitation to reconnect with the natural world. This balance between humanity and nature is what inspires millions of travelers to visit Norway each year. It's a country that proves progress doesn't have to mean destruction. Quite the opposite. It shows that true wealth lies in living in harmony with what surrounds us. And if this journey through Norway made you dream, give this video a like right now. Your support is essential for us to keep exploring the world together, sharing stories and curiosities that inspire and move us. And of course, I want to know who stayed until the very end of this adventure. So comment below the phrase, "I stayed until the end." When I see your comment, I'll leave a little heart, because I know you'll be the next one to experience Norway up close. This was our journey through one of the most fascinating countries on Earth, the land of Vikings, fjords, northern lights, and dreams. But don't worry, the adventure doesn't end here. In the next episode, we'll explore another country full of secrets, stories, and beauty that will stir your imagination. The world is full of mysteries, and we are only beginning to uncover them together. Until then, keep dreaming, believing, and traveling with your imagination. Because every destination has a story, and every story deserves to be told.